fireplaces. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. Now I've swung back down again. It's worse than it was before. If I had seen such riches, I could live with being poor. Oh, sit down, oh, sit down, oh, sit down. Sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 down. In sympathy.
Evening, everyone. Evening. Yes, Lee will be here shortly. Yeti, man, thanks for coming on. How you doing?
No worries, man. All good, mate. You're good. Good to meet Matt, and always good to see Kenny again. Awesome guy, and so are you as well, Jez. And Lee, who's going to arrive at some point. And yeah,
Yes.
I'm just doing good, mate. Watching all the Sky Sports trying to make news out of things, you know, when there's actually no news going on, which is kind of funny because they're just talking crap. But then again, that's what they always do. So yeah, all good, man.
Yeah, sorry guys, talking amongst yourselves. I've got to send the link to Lee again. Kenny, how you doing, mate?
I'm all good, you know. Like I said, just enjoying life. I was going to sit down and watch what I thought was going to be a classic at Stamford Bridge. The Middlesbrough didn't turn up, so I mean, watch a bit of the African. Watch Liverpool and Fulham. But you know, it's been great. You know, Arsenal are not going to spoil my weekend, but it just hurts that we're not in the FA Cup because it's a competition that means a lot. And I've had some good days out at cup finals watching us play.
Yeah, all day. Matty, thanks for coming on, bro. We're going to have a little chat all about why can we not win the FA Cup? How you doing, my friend?
Doing good, brother. Glad to be here, man. Glad to be here with the Yet in the building. Kenny, always good to see you, brother. And I too, man, am just bummed because I'm so used to us, you know, being in the FA Cup around this time of the year, and you know the fixtures. It's always fun to watch. And then this year, I'll do some cleaning on Saturday.
Fair play. Yeah. I mean, good to see Early Doors is in here, man. I'm just trying to sort this link out. Oh, Lee's here now. Hang on, let's get him in. Big to see you, mate. Sorry about that, Lee. Probably my typo.
Mate.
I'll keep doing that. Sorry, mate. Happens. Lee, thanks. Come on, bro. Let's get into this, right? Let's get into this. Let's talk about the FA Cup, right? You know, let's put some facts out there. We've won 14 of these insignificant football trophies. You know, we go back, first one, 1930, first time we won it. We've been in 30 FA Cup semi-finals, 30 of them, right? 21 cup finals, right? And it seems that, I don't know, I'm going to come to you first on this one. I'm going to come to Kenny on this one, mate, first of all. Why is it that we discredit now the FA Cup? Why is it that this club, particularly our manager, just doesn't seem to want to bother with it? Why? He's won one with another team. It wasn't his team, right? Now, it's out the door. Don't worry about it, guys. We got bigger fish to fry.
Well, the thing about the FA Cup is that it's extraordinary because you look at the past winners over the last since the Premiership, over the last probably like 25 years. You know, the only clubs outside the top six, you know, the alleged top six who've won it is Portsmouth in 2008, Wigan in 2013. So all the big clubs have taken it seriously, with the exception of Arsenal. I think it all started with Arsene Wenger, really, because I think when Arsene Wenger became obsessed with winning the Champions League, that's when the FA Cup became low in his priorities. Because you think about the Wenger years, you know, Cardiff was our second home. You know, you think about 2001 up until like 2000, go back to 2007. You know, it was like a second home if you include the League Cup final. So that was after that. You know, when he started prioritising small squads and he didn't have the sort of like athletes that he had before, the FA Cup became an irrelevance. Then Unai Emery wasn't here too long, although, You know, he didn't exactly take it that seriously. He got smashed by Man United, and Arteta, you know, used it as a vehicle to get his ideas across. After that, the same sort of attitude. You know, it's one of those things where I think the club itself seem to prioritise Champions League money rather than the FA Cup. Like, they've done everything to make the FA Cup important, but the problem with the FA Cup is not just an Arsenal thing. It's a kind of an attitude that's been passed down to a lot of people. You know, they don't sell it. Before, the FA Cup final started at 7 o'clock in the morning. And the thing with the FA Cup is that your team didn't have to play for you to be involved in it. Everyone watched the FA Cup final. Now, TV companies are only probably showing the game, probably showing the coverage for about maybe an hour and a half before kickoff. That's not good enough. So I think
it used to be 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. And I think the reason why it's 3 o'clock last season because of you know, they want Man United fans and Man City fans to sort of hang around London late evening, because obviously there was no trains at that time. But the FA Cup for me is the best competition out there. It should be taken seriously, but you know, the fans can take it seriously, but it's not the size of players. You know, we're going to get to a situation now where we are now. Arsenal Football Club, the FA Cup is not on our priority cup tickets. That says a lot now, that we're only getting 3 group stage games for the Champions League. The FA Cup, you've got to apply for your tickets. If the FA Cup was a serious competition taken by the club, the FA Cup would be their cup credits. Says it all.
No, mate. I mean, Lee, I mean, you made a great statement a few weeks ago about talking about finances with the FA Cup, Champions League. Yeah, the winner of the FA Cup doesn't really win a lot of money, right? It doesn't really inflate your bank balance when you're a multi-million, hundreds of millions of pounds a year football club, right? But to me, Lee, it's the prestige. It's the oldest football trophy in world history, and we don't take it seriously. We won 14 of them, right? We had a manager, right, in Wenger who won 7. He took it seriously at one point, and then, as Kenny's just alluded to, he just like, oh well, Champions League, mate. It don't make sense to me, Lee. It angers me because I love the FA Cup.
Yeah, likewise. This manager is obsessed with winning a title, which is great. Yeah, he wants to outdo his mate. Yeah, which is fantastic. He's very competitive in terms of him and Pep, but he's not very competitive when it comes down to these cups anymore. And the reason he got given time, the reason he got given time is because he took over what was deemed a toxic and negative squad and won an FA Cup. Hence why people gave him more time when we finished 8th and 8th. Right? Then off of the back of that, his finishes in these cup competitions, not just the FA Cup, but in European competition, let's not forget, he got to, was it a quarter final he got to with Emery's team? It was. He inherited Emery's team and got to a quarter final, I think. The following season, he didn't qualify for Europe. The following season after that, he got to the semi-final and got knocked out. Maybe I've got this in the wrong order, but either way, he got knocked out to Unai Emery, right? And that's the furthest he's ever got us in Europe is a semi-final, right? Cool. Yeah, fantastic. Well done, whatever, mate. He still didn't win it. Go to a League Cup. Yeah, his record in the League Cup is a disgrace. Yeah, absolute disgrace. Getting knocked out to Brighton at home in the third round or whatever it was, our first round. The amount of times he's knocked us out in 3rd or 4th round of the FA Cup since he's won it. Like, what is he doing? Yeah, and the thing is, what winds me up the most with him, yeah, we all love the FA Cup. We're all of an age where we've seen our clubs, yeah, in the FA Cup. Yeah, you see your team knock Arsenal out the FA Cup. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that was under this manager. Yeah, like we've seen our clubs, and it used to be, even if my mum don't watch football, my mum will watch the FA Cup final. Yeah, she has that up there with the World Cup final. My mum don't watch football. She can't stand football. Yeah, she's never been into football. But when it comes to an FA Cup final, she's sitting there watching it. Yeah, because it was a big thing back in the day. The road to Wembley, the helicopters following the coaches and all of that stuff. Yeah, a whole day build-up, family gatherings at your house and all of that. Yeah, the magic of the cup. Yeah, can Wigan beat City and stuff like that? Do you know what I'm saying? You know, when we went there, Kenny, we was there, 2017, record-breaking
right.
Chelsea team. Yeah, not one person other than maybe Ty gave Arsenal a prayer, right? All them Chelsea fans drive in that open top bus throwing celery into our fan park before kickoff and all of that, yeah? It was mad. And then we went out there and won that FA Cup against that record-breaking Chelsea team at that point in the league and that, yeah? And it's like, for me, that FA Cup, yeah, has been so dismissed, not just by him, but by Wenger at times, albeit he won it more than anyone. Fair play to Wenger. Yeah, because like Kenny said, there was a time where he took it seriously. Then it was top four. But then when his job was on the line, he took it seriously and then won it again twice. Yeah, and it was like, come on, mate. Like, this manager is so fixated with winning that league title that he can't compete on multiple fronts. So he puts all of the eggs into one basket. Well, didn't we sack a manager before him for doing the same? Because he put all of his eggs into that Europa League basket. Yeah, because he didn't want to finish fourth. Yeah, he wanted to win the trophy, which would have got him top four anyway. Yeah, which is, I kind of rate that, not just settle for fourth and dismiss that. But again, he couldn't compete on two fronts. He couldn't get us in the top four and he couldn't win the Europa League. Yeah, and it's like, I don't blame Emery as such, because again, fast forward to this manager, he inherited a toxic squad. Well, Emery did all right then, didn't he? Based on that logic. Yeah, but what pees me off is the fact that Wenger and other managers along the way, Fergie at some points as well, because Fergie didn't win many FA Cups. Yeah, Fergie used to put reserve teams out. Wenger put reserve teams out. Yeah, like, it just winds me up. It really winds me up, because I look at it and I think, when Pep came into this league, all we keep hearing is Pep's the greatest, Pep's the greatest. Nobody can win until Pep leaves. When Pep came into this league, he won 4 League Cups on the spin.
Yeah.
Why didn't he dismiss the cups?
Mm.
Yeah, we was at Wembley as well, Kenny, when he beat us. Yeah, Aguero chipped the goalkeeper off of that goal kick. Mustafi let the ball bounce. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? And that's a League Cup. Well done to Wenger. He got us to 2 finals. Well done. Yeah, but then he threw them both in the bin.
Yeah,
yeah. The one with where Walcott scored his first goal in the League Cup final, where he scored his first goal for us. We played a reserve team against Chelsea. Played the kids. Yeah, and it's like the fixation on winning a title or just getting top 4 whilst dismissing these cups is embarrassing. When I look at Liverpool, their manager, since Pep's been in this league, has won every competition you can win. Literally every competition. He's won the Club World Cup. He's won the Champions League. He's won the FA Cup. He's won the Premier League, and he's won the League Cup. So how comes he don't dismiss these cups? Because he realizes that if you can't win the league every year, there are other competitions. Yeah, and by winning other competitions, it breeds the winning mentality. Yeah, they're in every competition. He's going to get to a final tonight. He's going to get to another final of the League Cup. Yeah, they won it a couple of years ago. Yeah, he's probably going to get to very later stages, if not the final of the FA Cup. He's already in the latter stages of Europa League, and he's top of the league. Yeah, but he was apparently finished, washed up. Their team's dead. They're no good. Yeah, nobody can compete with Pep. Well, he seems to be able to. Yeah, and the prize money for winning that FA Cup, but all the way through the rounds, is about 7 million quid. Yeah, we're paying a German giraffe nearly 3 times that a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's no wonder we're throwing these cups in the bin, because if you win the League Cups, it's about 1 million all in for all rounds, I think. Yeah, I mean, embarrassing. But if you finish 4th or instead of 5th, you'll get an extra 10 million or 12 million. So what's the point in having a cup run? Yeah, I see some idiot tweet me back yesterday, yeah, saying, "Oh, all of a sudden the League Cup's relevant." Well, hold on, mate. While you were floating around in a test tube, yeah, in '93, yeah, I was witnessing my team finish with 2 cups and finish 12th. Yeah, who cares about league position, mate, if you ain't going to win it? Go and win me a cup. Yeah, and I said this on many shows before I shut up. I said at the start of the season, if this manager finishes 10th and wins a League Cup, he can have another go next season. Yeah, because it's a trophy, and that's what the aim of the game is. So there we go.
Yes, mate, you just put it in a nutshell there. Matty, you know, a slightly different question, right? Last night I got told our players are all mentally weak. Mentally weak. So my answer to that was, well, if that's what you're telling me from this lady, I said, then why don't we get a psychologist in? Or why haven't we actually bought players that are mentally strong? I don't believe that statement at all. That is an absolute excuse for her wanting to make an excuse for the club, because she's sitting on the fence. I mean, that show I did last night is 1 minute she's this side, that side, and then in the middle, right? These people don't make sense to me, Matty. Do you agree with that statement? Our players are mentally weak.
The players, let me tell you, man, this is the best way I can put this out there without everybody laughing so hard is, I mean, we bought a dog and they ain't win.
God.
I mean, we bought a damn dog, man. 93% at the top. We fold under pressure. Quite frankly, I'm not going to say I agree with her 100%, but I'm going to say this is it reeks from the manager. I have Leah tell you, I've always said it starts with the manager. Always starts with the manager. The mentality goes back to what Lee and Kenny were talking about with these cups. The mentality is we should be, when the season starts, the FA Cup should be a high priority. It should not even be up for debate. We should be talking about semifinals. We'll see you in May. We'll see you in May. Instead, we look around. It's like this season. I mean, it's almost like we know we're not winning. We're not winning the league. We're not winning the Champions League. Even when we did not win the league, Jazz, we had the FA Cup to fall back on. We could always go, you know what? Nice Saturday in May, Sunday in May, we have a good time, go out, And now, the League Cup, it was hard last night sitting there watching 4-4. I don't know what the final score was because I cut it off. It was 4-0 when I last looked. And the thing, well, why can't we be playing today? Why are we not involved in this? And when you talk about a weak mentality, the mentality is weak when it comes to these cups. We have gotten to a point where we don't value. We put all of the emphasis on cups on titles that we're not even really going to challenge for, because we hadn't even done that correct. So when we have an opportunity to win something, we just tend to throw it in the bin. We come up with excuses. It doesn't matter. And then you watch another team. You watch Chelsea. Did they decide they wanted to go? No, well, this man Middlesbrough, they beat us already, so we can mail it in. No, they went out and competed. And guess what? They're rewarded for competing. We're sitting at home another season licking our wounds. Everybody was so excited about the dinner plate, Jess. Everybody was so excited about that. Oh man, we've caught City. We've caught City. And at the end of the season, we're going to be sitting here again, moaning and groaning. But we got fourth. Possibly, and that's a possibly behind that now. And it really hurts my heart, man, to know that we're not competing. I mean, both cups this year, I feel were for me personally, I feel like they were doable. And remember, the beginning of the season, I said 2 cups minimum. That's minimum. Champions League will be icing on the cake. The league title will be icing on the cake. But 2 cups, the league, there's no reason. There's no reason a club like Arsenal Football Club. I think twice we've won the League Cup twice. Is it twice? Am I right in that? Twice. A club of our size. Twice. In the history of Arsenal football. Twice. And then for Kenny, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say 2 things here right quick, Jeff. And for what Kenny just said, for them not to put the FA Cup in with the tickets tell you all you need to know. But then today, because I sat on this nugget. I don't want to say nothing to nobody today about this. Today, Arsenal Football Club rolls out the Dragon merchandise. Yeah. The Dragon. The Year of the Dragon. Yeah.
Gunnosaurus, man.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they need to drag Edu, Arteta, this weak fan base out of this club so that we can get back to the matter at hand, which is success and winning. I'm done.
Yeah, I wanted you to join us tonight because, your club, Fair Play Room, have won.
You're the only one still in it.
And you're still in it. You've kicked us out. I mean, it's a shocking display. I have to say it. But, why? I mean, no disrespect to Nottingham Forest. You've won, right, 2 European trophies back to back. Yeah.
Have we? You sure?
I'm gonna bring it in. I know you because you put it down my throat all the time. But
Pause.
You crazy.
I should have said something else there. That'll get clipped. But mate, the thing is, look, you know, you're a level-headed guy. You always talk, you know, the proper things. Why do you think Arsenal capitulate in the FA Cup? We've won it more times than any other English football club, and yet we give it up under this new regime. I don't understand it. I just find it stupidity. When we're not going to win the Premier League, yeah, we can see it. All of us can see that. It's the second, to me, in English football, it's the second biggest trophy. I don't question that at all.
Definitely.
But we just throw it away.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie, mate. I mean, sorry to all you on this panel. Well, not really, but you know, when we knocked you out of the FA Cup, it was scenes, man. I loved it because I was watching Arsenal fake TV back then, and they was all like bigging themselves up. You know, we are going to smash Forest. You know, like you're normally saying, like normally don't happen. But you know, and it's just so good to actually sort of get that back. So I really enjoyed that game. Secondly, I'd say it's obvious why you can't win it because you got bigger fish to fry. You know, you only got to listen to old sausage fingers to get through to that one. And then basically, the thing that bothers me really, Jez, is why your players not knocking on the door? Why your players not saying, I want an FA Cup? I want to win an FA Cup? Because back before, that is what players used to do. You know, they wanted this cup because it is massive to us. It is massive to all us English fans. Not, sorry, I know you're American, but I mean to every fan. Sorry, you know, it's massive to all of us. Yeah, and you know, and it's a trophy at the end of the day. And I think the reason why you don't bother about it or anything like that is all fans want the billionaire owners, and billionaire owners don't want pocket change trophies. They want the big bucks. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where it's gone wrong. And they've got someone like Arteta who just, you know, I mean, he is the dog, let's face it. You know, he's just got another one so that he's not the main dog in there. But, you know, and that kind of says it for me. It's just you're just a brand club and you're not interested in little trophies like that. And it's just, I mean, you went for the dinner plate. I mean, you wanted that, obviously, so you could have some Salt Bay steak on it. I mean, I'm surprised there's no merchandise of Salt Bay come out yet.
Do you know what's crazy? Sorry to jump in.
Go on, mate.
Hey, go on.
Yeah. Do you know what's crazy? The only reason we got into that Community Shield was because City won a treble.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we got in there by default. You know, because we finished second. Yes, and the way people were jumping up and down, like Matty said earlier, I think it was Matty said it about you know, we've bridged the gap and all of this, and City are weaker, and we've beaten them. Then we went and beat them at the Emirates. Oh my God, we're really on it this season. That was all based off of the back of getting into that by default. Yeah. And this club is focused way too much and fixated way too much on City than it is itself. By beating City in that Community Shield, right, on penalties, but either way, we won on penalties. But then we done them at the Emirates. It was almost like, job done. Oh, they're finished. We're going to win this. Yeah, don't worry about the cups, lads. We got the title coming.
But you look last year, Lee, and it is funny because the way you said that, I just popped in my head when you said it. You know, we had a chance to beat them last year in the FA Cup or the League Cup. I can't remember which one it was now, but we had a chance to beat them last year and set the tone. And what did we do? Lay the goose egg, which ultimately defined the rest of the season.
Yeah, that was the FA Cup 1-0, wasn't it? 1-0. Yeah, but don't worry. We played a weakened squad, and that was their best squad. Yeah, well, why did we play a weakened squad? We're playing against Man City, like in the cup. Yeah, I guarantee Tottenham don't put a weak team out on Friday. Guarantee they don't. Yeah, and this is the thing that winds me up, right? Since this manager's been at this football club, he's got to one final. One in over 4 years. Poch's got to 1 in 7 months. Yeah, Eric Ten Hag got to 2 in 1 season, in his first season. Yeah, how has this manager been getting away with one cup final?
Klopp though. Klopp is
Mate, Klopp has actually won. Yeah, Klopp has actually won since Arteta's been here. He's won a league title. He's won 2 cups. Yeah, he's won 3 cups. He's won a title and the cup double.
Yeah,
I think.
Champions League.
Champions League.
Did he win the Champions League while Arteta was here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
When Emery was in charge, he won, but
No, yeah, it was Emery. Yeah, so he's won 3. He's won the Premier League and both the domestic cups. So he's done a domestic treble of trophies in the time that Arteta's been at Arsenal. Sorry, mate, that ain't good enough. Yeah, since we went to that one final under Arteta, Chelsea have been in 7 finals in all competitions.
Yeah,
this is their 7th final in all the competitions.
You see, the thing is, right? I heard something yesterday, right, on Dan's show, and the one thing I really disagree with is that they're all because Pep prioritises all the cups and Chelsea prioritises all the cups. Rather than say, that's a great example for all the other big teams to take them seriously. It was, they got a squad to compete. That's like rubbish. It's not a case of having a squad to compete. You still got to go for those trophies because what's happened 9 out of 10 times, it keeps the manager in the job. And what it does, it gets the fans on side and it shows the players there that they can go on to better things. And that has always been the case. The fact is that it's the mentality. Under Abramovich, Chelsea have to win. Doesn't matter. I was watching the overlap when, apparently, Frank Lampard tells a story about how Abramovich just came into the dressing rooms before a cup quarter-final, European Cup quarter-final against Man United, where they already lost the home leg against Man United. And he basically said, look, if you lot don't win, your futures are on the line. And he said that before when they got knocked out by Mourinho. That's the mentality. And you know what the mentality is like at Man City. And Klopp's turned it to the mentality where he has to win because everyone used to laugh at Klopp. Goes, he loses every final, We soon turn that around. But the thing is, Arsenal, I still don't think the mentality at Arsenal is about winning silverware on a regular basis. I think that they've taken Kroenke's tongue-in-cheek comments. He didn't say it seriously. He said it because we were criticising Arsene Wenger for not winning, for going about how many years without a trophy for. But that was when he was in his 6th or 7th year without winning silverware. He said, I didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies. That was just a protected manager. But what's happened is that I think people around the club have taken this seriously, where the top 4 is everything. First it was a top 4, and then there was a period when Spurs were getting better, it was like St Tottenham's Day. That was the most banal, crappiest day out I've ever known. It was rubbish. But some people bought into it to the extent that you got obsessed about not finishing my Spurs. And I even heard it yesterday where because of, and I've fallen for it as well, and I suppose I feel like that now, that Arteta's future depends on quite a few things, i.e. not winning a trophy, but not winning a trophy and Unai Emery and Postecoglou finish above him. That's where it's going to be a tipping point for a lot of the people who back Arteta. And I'm thinking, well, England here, that's fine, respect to that, but you've got to act like a big club. It's no good saying, we haven't won a title for 20 years, what are you guys complaining about? The players got mentality. Just because you've got those factuals doesn't mean that you should demand success. You can still demand success. You can still say, right, I want Arsenal to compete at every level, because you support a big club and the club's got history of winning big trophies. And then if you get the tally up of all the trophies that are won by English clubs, we're third behind Man United and Liverpool. So
but it's seen as some sort of like shock that Arsenal should be in the title race and they should win trophies. It's like, you're so entitled. Yeah, you've got, what do I get told? I get told all the time that you've got unrealistic expectations. Sorry, that's 30 years without a trophy in Europe, 30 without the League Cup, 20 without a title, and 4 without a FA Cup. What the hell are these people waffling about?
Yeah, but they would say that.
Can I just do a couple of these here? Just, Danny, thanks, man, for your donation, man. Super sticker. It doesn't show up. I don't know why StreamYard won't show up. It's very, very annoying. And Joanna, thank you, mate, for your donation. Tired of this narrative. No strikes in January. What was this club doing in the summer and the summer before? Poor business decisions. Yes, it's the same old, same old, same old. You know, I want to, Matty. I want to ask you this question, right? You know, let's drift away a little bit from the FA Cup. Let's talk about trophies that we don't even bother with. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to compete in the. Anybody that thinks we're going to win the Champions League, you are on a different planet. You might as well travel to Mars. Seriously, right? You've got more chance of traveling to Mars this season than we are going to win the Champions League. Get it real. Yeah.
Do you want to borrow a store?
I knew he's going to come in with that one. Yeah. You're not going to catch me again on that. Matty, you know, you can't make it up, can you?
No, man, you can't. I mean, it's, you know, it's like that last super chat, you know. I've you know, we have our Rat Army saying, and I've got a new one. This past summer is come by and it's knocking on the door, and it's saying the rent is due. Because now you're hearing that this FFP, you're hearing all of this. Oh, the money's tight, you know. And I tell you what, and I've been hearing that, and I'll raise you one. Okay, let's say we do have FFP problems, but whose fault is it we're buying all these trash players that we can't sell to make anything? Whose fault is it that we've got players on loan getting his face licked by dogs? Why do we have players in this team that Jez, Kenny, Lee? We've seen the reports where teams have come in and offered decent amount of money for some of these players, and they're kicked back, saying, no, we don't want to sell. But now all of a sudden, when it's time to go out and get what we need, and you've got a fraction of the fan base that know exactly what we need and what the problem is to fix some of these areas, oh, well, we don't have any money to spend. But you can find $65 million under the couch to go get a German paperweight and then make it right. When we could have spent that money on 4 or 5 players to compete, to challenge. And now we're stuck here holding the bag. But like I've been telling y'all for the last month, as far as I'm concerned, when that clock strikes midnight on at the end of the month, I don't care if we hadn't signed anybody, because I don't want this fool and Edu to spend another cent on anybody, because I know for a fact, just by the proven track record, gentlemen, that we have seen summer after summer after summer, this past winter, the summer before that, ever since he's been here, just like I told Lee the other day when we was over there on the other chat. He's the only man I've seen come in. He got rid of a team to build his team, to get rid of that team, to build another team, to get another team. This is unprecedented, gentlemen. This man has had more money. I know it's a running joke, but the man has spent enough money to put up a stadium here in America. It is absolutely ridiculous that we have to continue every year. It's the same thing. It's the same thing every summer. We gotta wait. Now they're saying, oh, Zuma Mendes is going to join in the summer. He's going to join in the summer. Well, we heard that. How many times have we heard of players coming in the summer here, and he ends up over at Chelsea, United, Madrid, Barcelona? You just name them. And then we end up getting some chap from the 18th division of a Czech football. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's all part. Sorry to cut you, mate. Yeah, it's all part of the. It's all part of the finesse.
Yeah, the finesse.
The very same journalists writing stories. Yeah, the same ones that have been telling us all January we've got no money, but now they're writing stories that we're having a big summer, and these players that we are linked to, that we've been linked to in January, now we're going to get in the summer. Yeah. Because it's part of the finesse. And then our fans go, well, we didn't win the league because, you know, we couldn't spend any money. Yeah, but now we can go big in the summer and now we can go and win the league. Yeah, it's all part of the game. Yeah, that Zubimendi is not coming to the Premier League. I'll be shocked if he signs for a Premier League team. He's going to Barcelona.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10. I agree, 9 times out of 10. And any player that's linked with this team is fool's gold, because we know that this manager can't close the deal. Let's not forget that this time last year, gentlemen, we were in for Mudryk. They were ready to spend 99 top dollar on Mudryk. And he couldn't even get him over the line. So how am I supposed to believe he's going to be able to get somebody of elk to come through the door and be on this team? I bet Declan Rice, he can't get a dose of sleep at night knowing that he made the wrong decision. I guarantee he just stays up every night. That's probably why he's been playing so bad last few weeks, because he can't get no sleep because he's been wondering, what the hell did I sign for this?
Yeah, not only that, some of the other players that we've been linked to in January windows and never got. Vlahovic. Yeah, that Vlahovic is basically the new Draxler, because every time there's a transfer window, we're linked to Dusan Vlahovic.
Yeah. Hey Lee, Benzema this window. People asking whatever I talk about.
No, that is embarrassing.
Come to this one. Just coming up more and more and more about the fact that Jez, thoughts on AFTV calling you guys as Rat Army members. We're being noticed, people. We're being noticed.
You know? The thing about AFTV is that it's the same prat, and I call him a prat because who goes on AFTV and looks straight in the camera? I mean, you couldn't try that. You couldn't try harder to be noticed and to get yourself like a job and on one of Lyle's regular shows, on his spin-off shows, I mean, why didn't Lyle just give him his own show? I mean, he's working hard enough. I mean, he can probably do a little song that he can do on top of the go, oh, I love King Dada, That's the lowest form of moron that they get on that channel, and they wonder why fans get the ump with the channel if they're going to get that to talk absolute nonsense and then call people out. Look into the camera. No one looks into the camera. No one does. Not, the only time you do it is when you want fame. Oh yeah, there used to be a few people who used to look at the camera as well to get their points across. But this guy, for all of his his proclamations and the way he's criticised and the way he tries to get a little song about Arteta, the most views he's ever got is probably about 11,000. You're doing that for
my fan cam did nearly 3 times more views than his fan cam, and that channel's got 1.6 million.
It says a lot about.
Big up the Rat Army.
I'm going to go. I want to get a lead. We get running out of time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but we've dealt with them anyway.
Smash the subs up. Yeah. If you're new in the house, smash these subs up. And I just want to say a very quick thank you to all those people that came across and supported me last night. Lee, you did. All you lovely people came and supported me on the Dan Pot Show. I put it to them as best I could. I kept me calm. You know me. I can lose it, but I kept it.
Sorry, Jez. The funny thing about that is the other two that were on there. Yeah, basically, it's so easy to close the pair of them. Yeah, I said this in the chat while you were on there. So it's so easy to close the pair of them because you're admitting everything that we're saying is true. Yeah, but then at the end of it, you're saying, but still give him time. Yeah. Well, why give him any more time? Because you're saying everything we're saying, but now you're wasting the next 6 months. And then after that, I would ask him, when he leaves the club, which he will at some point, who do you want to replace him? They never give you an answer. Nobody gives you an answer, mate. Yeah, but then when we offer solutions, we get dismissed with every manager we offer up. What did he do at Tottenham? Oh, but he's never won a trophy. Oh, but what did he do at Everton? Yeah. Oh, but what did he do at this club? What did he do at that club? Yeah. But when you ask them lot, who they want as manager next, they ain't got an answer.
I mean, you heard him yesterday.
They basically Arteta out without saying they're Arteta out. Yeah,
you saw the response when Jez said Simeone last night. You saw it.
I did. I said it.
But that's the thing. But Simeone hasn't won anything for 2 years. Arteta ain't won anything for 4 years.
They said 4, didn't they?
Go on, Kenny.
One was like vanilla I wish.
Yeah, I want to cut 4 years, lads. It didn't take Klopp 4 years. He got in the Champions League in his first full season, then got to back-to-back finals.
But they don't see it like that. But the thing about it, right, is everyone. If people actually done their research and looked at the history of all these managers that have come to this country and won in their first season, there's Arteta belongs to a manager where you bring them in to build something, you know, to try and turn players into a like a well-shaped unit, make them difficult to beat, and probably, you know, bring young players on so they're ready, you know, to actually play regular first team football and maybe, you know, win a few matches. Then you've got the next level managers, and the managers who don't need to do that, who actually teach them how to win. All those managers that they criticised, Mourinho, when he went to Tottenham, was a wrong man for Tottenham because Tottenham needed a rebuild. Mourinho's not a rebuild manager. Ever he's gone where he's had to rebuild, it's never worked out. He's won the odd cup here and there, but it's never worked out because he hasn't got the resources to actually compete with those clubs. So he's actually gone to the wrong clubs. When he went to Internazionale, he won. When he was at Porto, who dominated Portuguese football, he won. When he went to Chelsea, he won. Guardiola, when he went to was Barcelona. They were Barcelona, but they won because they had the players and he could teach them how to win. Went to Man City, who were already winning the league already before he came. To all those pork chops who think that Man City only won the league before when Guardiola got there. Do you know your history? They didn't. They won it before. He goes to a club where there's winners. Same with Ancelotti, who went to Chelsea, the same thing in Conte, and I think the same thing with Simeone. So when you slag them off, you should need to learn the circumstances and look at your team. Every Arsenal fan knows full well that these players are good, could be good players, could be winners, but this manager's not the man to do that. We all know, good chance, if we get one of these big names in who've had experience of winning trophies, including Simeone, it's highly likely that he'll get the best out of them and he will turn them into winners because he knows how to win. He knows how to get the Champions League finals, how to compete with the best. But they don't want it because they want these managers to fail because it protects the position of Arteta. I'll look at them. Ancelotti finished ninth in his first full season at Everton. Looking at Everton, that was probably one of his best achievements because look at Everton now. They will dream of ninth now. That's, you know what I mean? And I think that's what these lot of people do. They don't use their brains and they don't use context because they only use it when it suits them. And they try to patronise us by saying, oh, context. When you turn it around on them, oh, no. They want to silence you by saying, Simeone hasn't won anything for 4 years. Mourinho, look what he's done. He hasn't won a trophy. He's gone to Roma. Look what he's done at Roma. That's how they silence you. But if you just relax, don't lose your temper and go through the facts, and the data, you'll ruin them just like that.
Mate, when they said that and Simeone hasn't won anything for 4 years, it's lies. Yeah, it's 2 years, 2.5 years. He won the league 2.5 years ago. He's in a cup quarter final tomorrow night. Yeah, and he was obviously in the Super Cup final, which he's just lost to Real Madrid, right? But the easiest one to close him on. What did Conte do at Chelsea? At Tottenham. What did Conte do at Tottenham? Finished above your manager in his first season, mate. Yeah, that's the easiest with a dead team, with a shit club down the road that you'd claim are dog crap. And he finished with that dog crap team. Then all they come out with, but they had Harry Kane. Well, last time I checked, mate, you don't play. There's not 11 Harry Kanes. There's only one. Yeah, and he ain't defending. He ain't the goalkeeper. Then they go, what did Jose do at Tottenham? Got to a cup final. Yeah, got to a cup final and they potted him literally 5-6 days before the final. There, if you actually look at Jose, he's washed. Well, how comes he's won 2 trophies in his last 2.5 seasons in Europe? Yeah, Simeone's gone 2.5 years. Yeah, but he's gone 2.5 years. Yeah, Arteta's gone 4. Yeah, Ancelotti. But he left soon as Madrid come calling. And what?
The thing is,
if Everton could get Ancelotti, why couldn't we?
They can't get it through their thick skulls. They don't read and look what's going on. Yeti, are you a rat?
Oh, 100%, mate. 100%. I don't think that even needs asking, does it? I mean, the thing is with Arsenal, for me, I mean, I remember the days when you used to put a youth team out for the cups. You know what I mean? And it was a bloody good youth team as well, you know, and they got really far and everything. You've got none of that now because I'm going to say it right now. This guy is an absolute clown. He's a rookie. He never should have been a manager of Arsenal. It's absolutely embarrassing that he is. all these fake YouTubers that's out there, like bigging up Arteta and bigging up what's going on at the moment, you're a bunch of idiots. Because if you actually got behind the team and actually did the right things, you'd end up with a winning team, which would then bring in more fans in to watch your YouTube and give you more money. But no, you're an idiot, and you just basically keep supporting this twat, basically, who thinks buying a dog makes a difference. Buy a dog called Win, Forest take the reins, and we win the game. Bang on. There you go.
There you go. Sums it up. Lee, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to go to Matty and then Kenny. Then we're going to keep this. I'm going to try and keep this to 50 minutes, people, because Lee's got stuff to do and I've got something to do. You must be quite happy, Lee. Recognised, your tube, both your channels, man, have gone ballistic. Fair play and well, respect to you. You must be quite happy that you've been like recognised as the Rat King, because AFTV don't like us, and I know they don't like you. They don't like me. They don't like Kenny, and they don't like Matty.
No,
you got to be, mate. Fair play to you for what you've done, fella. Because
they don't know me yet.
The worm is turning.
The thing is, Jez, it's not necessarily about the recognition. Yeah, like I ain't interested in getting a Sky Sports gig, or getting a Football London gig. Yeah, at the end of the day, the amount of people I see that sit there and go, I can't believe this guy has got a platform. Who listens to this guy? Yeah, let me tell you right now. Yeah, there is thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of Arsenal fans that can't stand this manager. Yeah, because they can see what we see, and a lot of them are our age and above. Yeah, because they've seen us win. They've seen us actually achieve league titles, cup doubles, league and cup doubles, invincible seasons. The problem is, the funny thing about that guy saying, "Oh yeah, the Rat Army and all this," maybe he should do his research, mate. Yeah, because there's an ex-super fan that was sat on that channel that dubbed me a rat. Hence why I took that on board and said, "Cool, we're the Rat Army then, lads." Yeah, put a Master Splinter in the top corner. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? And the thing for it is, I know that they can't stand what I do. Tough. Yeah, they can't stand what I do. I can't stand what they do. They've got their platform. I've got my platform. They've got their viewership. I've got my viewership. At the end of the day, I don't need to lie. Yeah, and my mate said this to me, Matty, you was on that watch along, and Jolien phoned me. Yeah, me and Oliver sat on that watch along. I think it was after Liverpool, right? He said they were born in deficit. They're still buffering these people. Yeah, because around and around and around they go. Yeah, and he said you can lie to yourself. You can lie to your mum, you can lie to your dad, you can lie to your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your sister, whatever. Yeah, your girlfriend. But ultimately, when you look yourself in the mirror, you can't lie to yourself. Yeah, you might be able to lie on camera, but when you're looking straight in the mirror in the morning, when you're brushing your teeth or brushing your hair or whatever, you know you're a liar. Yeah, whereas I can look in that mirror and know that everything I say, I believe. Yeah. So yes, sometimes I'll cock up on some things, and people have, like when I said Ronaldo ain't top 50 footballers of all time. Kenny don't like that one, right? but or when I say Welbeck's better than Salah, like stuff like that. People, and that's the beauty of the internet. Stuff can get clipped from 5 years ago when it was right, on certain things with this football club, and then when it's not right 5 years later, they can try and mold it together to make you look a prat. Yeah, but ultimately the receipts are there. When I said Arteta out before he got the job, I was saying that because I didn't want him here, because I knew that we had been in this position. Now fast forward 700 million or 600 million later, what has he done apart from lower the standards of this football club by this lot thinking that because they were in a title race, which was an anomaly, their own manager said it. 88 goals last season was an anomaly. His words. He said that was a one-off. He said it in a press conference a couple of weeks ago. I think before, who did we play before West Ham? It was West Ham, I think. He said 88 goals in a season was a one-off. So that tells you right there, 88 goals in a season is a one-off. Your manager's basically told you we ain't ever going to win a title with him. Because if that was a one-off, you need to score at least 88 goals to win a title. Yeah? And that's a one-off for Arsenal. But these people don't see it because they hope Arteta will be great. They hope he will come. Hope. Yeah. And then and the last thing I'll say, when they come out with who's a realistic manager you can get. Yeah. So forget all the big names. When they say who's a realistic manager. Then I go, what about the fella at Girona then? Oh, but what's he ever won? Well, what did this guy ever win? He was sat next to Pep for 4 years.
Yeah.
This guy's won. This guy's won 2 titles in the second division. He's got 3 teams promoted in 5 years. Like, at least he's managed. Yeah, but no, everyone gets dismissed. So let's hope Mikel Arteta is immortal. Let's hope he's got a lifetime contract. Yeah, and let's hope that if he does eventually leave this football club, that the club, don't fold. Yeah, and hopefully they all fuck off with him.
It'd be nice if you actually had a manager, Lee, to be honest, because a manager manages games and Arteta don't manage games. He just puts lights for like substitutions on, never changes anything to change a game. So that's not a manager for me.
No, good point. Good point, Matty. Proud to be a Rat?
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. I'm glad to be a card carrying member of the Rat Army. You know, the fact of the matter is the facts are the facts. And this manager has had 4 years. We have been throwing out of cups left and right. I don't, my handle there was he's throwing more cups in the can than a picnic. You know, everywhere you look, we're sitting at home, and we went from we went from first to what was it, the league last year? So we went to second. It was damn near third at one point, almost right there at the end. And the year before, the 8th, 5th, 5th. I mean, you just look, man, at the track record. And this is why I've said this before. The beauty of this manager is you're able to go back over a 4-year period and look at every single thing. 26 of some of the worst transfers that this club has ever seen in the history of the club. 26. Eddie and Ketty are still at the club. You look at people out on loan. You just see how a big mess this is. And people are saying that, oh man, he had to take over after Emery. He had this bad club. This man, whoever comes behind this manager is going to catch holy hell from the Arteta committee, because they are going to say, oh, well, Arteta had to work with this. Why can't this manager do, And it is just, I just see it coming. This season is going to be the final year of this mess, because we're not going to be competitive. Porto's probably going to kick us in the teeth, and we're probably going to be finished maybe fourth. And I'm starting to lean more towards 5th and 6th. Either 5th or 6th this year. But this manager, the workload that he has, it's a dossier of failure. And it's just continuously to build. You ever seen a desk at work? Lee, you used to work in sales. You remember, you probably go in to see your manager's desk, and it's chaos. It's just papers thrown everywhere, manila folders all over the place, books stacked up. That's how the club looks. The club looks like a mess. And then we've got to go into this summer transfer window. Who is buying these players that we can't get rid of now? So guess what? We know what's coming. More mess. Oh, well, we don't have this. We don't have that. We got to wait to this year. We got to wait to next year. I'm at a point, gentlemen. I am so sick and tired of Mikel Arteta. I am so sick and tired of it. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of Edu. I'm sick of this fan base. I am sick and tired of the toxic and positive committee. I watched that show last night, and that's why I sent that super chat. I heard every excuse I could hear about Mikel Arteta, except it's time to go. Yeah. I can hear it. Everything about, well, he did. Well, this we bought you bringing up the worst players we bought. Well, who bought them? Who bought the players? Who bought the players?
That's the point I said.
Yeah.
He bought them. He bought them.
He bought the players.
I'll come to Kenny, mate, before we shut this down.
Go ahead, brother.
No, you're right, man. Honestly, mate, not speaking facts, bro.
Yeah, you're good.
Kenny, you proud to be a Rat?
I love being a Rat. You know why I love being a Rat? It's because I'm not controlled by anybody and any other fan. And for all those people who christen us a Rat Army, I've got a few facts about you guys that call us Rat Army. I know all of you personally. I know every bone of you. I know you from your head to your toenails. And I know full well that you latched onto the Wenger out movement, made yourself a part of a movement that had nothing to do with you, and you used it in order to propel yourselves into to the mainstream, to prepare you so you can get views on your respective channels. And then when Wenger left, You're all taking photos with him. I know you. I see you all. And then when we're going through a similar crisis on this manager, you'll decide you want to be Arteta out. I know full well that you use Arsene Wenger in order to get yourself on Sky Sports. You used the Wenger out movement to get yourself on TalkSport, and used the Wenger out movement to get yourself agents. Agents. Football fans need agents. Bloody agents. Are you having a laugh? Football fan needs bloody agents. Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me? Are you having a laugh? That says it all about you. I'd rather be a rat who pays his own way and supports the club through thick and thin, shows my face at grands. I don't have to hide behind hoodies. I'd have to be scared to go. But you lot do. You lot need to go in ID because everyone knows what you're really about. Arsenal third, your profile first and second. And if you've got a problem with that, I'll see you at Liverpool at home, and you come there and come and face me and tell me I'm a liar. Come on. Come on.
Hey,
whenever you can watch a game, come and talk to me. Come and see me. Bet you won't go.
In a nutshell, man. I mean, at the end of the day, all these pussies that make it out they're going to face and doing all this and all that. It's bullshit, man. I'm just going to do this. I just want to do this super chat here from Daryl. Thank you, mate, for that. Big up, Chatham panel. Arteta had to force his wife to love him. Yeah, I mean, that was a statement and a half in that press conference. My God, what kind of clown says that? No, we can't force a top player to go to Arsenal. No, because he's not got the attraction. I've been saying this. Anyway, before we wrap this up, Yeti, man, thank you for coming on.
Anytime, man.
What you got coming up, mate?
Well, I've got the watch along for the FA Cup. I mean, I know you guys aren't in it, but I'll just mention that again. But we'll probably be out of it by Friday night as well. But I've got the FA Cup coming up. Watch along with Anthony Herbert. I've then also got on Tuesday. I've got Jezza for the Arsenal Forest game for the watch along. So that's going to be epic. One thing I would like to say, guys, is I would love to see every single one of you on Sky Sports because it would be end the stream, Dave. There'd be people running around, cut the stream, get them off, left, right, and centre. Also, I would also say as well, this is advice to any of these bum YouTubers out there that talk absolute shit. You know what? It's so easy to be real. That's why it's so easy to do the YouTube thing for me, because it's so easy to be real. To be fake, you're getting called out. You're going to be saying things that you don't want to be saying. So, yeah, be real, man. You're yourself, so you can't fail being real. So just do that.
Fact. Matty, mate, as always, I've got a lot of time for what you tell me. And thank you for coming on, my friend. And tell me what you've got coming up and where can we find you?
Likewise, Jez, always great to be with you in the crew, man. And like I said earlier, man, it's great to finally meet the Yeti. And tonight I'll be doing 10:30 Eastern tonight. We'll be having a fireside chat. So if any of you gentlemen are up and would like to join the panel, just let me know. We'll get you over there. But we're going to be talking about this football club and the second half of this season, and we are on the 24th, and no signings, no looking of a signing. There's no talk of one, and I'll tell everybody why I am satisfied that we have not signed anybody, and we'll have a nice long discussion about that tonight.
Yeah, I mean well, I'm looking forward to transfer day. Whoever's doing that big stream, I'm sure Lee will be. Because we're going to sign absolutely nobody of any importance.
So winning transfer day.
Yeah. Oh, it won't. Well, it'll take 10 minutes, I think, wouldn't it? Well, yeah. Okay. We'll leave that one though for the now. We'll leave that. Lee, mate, thank you as always, my friend. You're a very, very busy man. You've obviously come on, given your opinion, and the fact that we are rats. We have joined the rat team 3 years ago, and I'm proud to be a rat, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, my tail hasn't quite grown yet, but there we go. Lee, mate, as always, shout. I mean, we know where you can find you because you're out there.
You got your 2 kids, so it's long enough.
3, actually. Yeah, there you go. Oh God, I'm not going to get into that with you. Lee, mate, thank you as always. Honestly,
Now, thanks for having me on, man. Big up to the panel as well and to the chat. I'm live 6 minutes 30 seconds ago for Girona versus Mallorca, but after that, I'm going live straight on the same channel, Lee Reacts, for Bilbao versus Barcelona. I dropped a video about Benzema not signing for Arsenal, and now these journalists chat absolute crap. So yeah, make sure you come and check out Lee Reacts, and hopefully the stream is not going to keep crashing, because it's been crashing for the first 5 minutes. So yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. Big up the Rat Army. Come on.
Absolutely,
man.
absolutely.
Bail off, Lee. Go to your channel, man. Get on it. And
No, appreciate it, lads. Appreciate it. Big up to all of you, man. Appreciate you.
Take care.
Take care.
Later.
Thank you for coming on. Kenny Ken, mate, you know, where can we find you, Ken? You know, the thing is, I watch your match day vlogs, right? And they're always classic. And, you know, I just love what you tell me, because at the end of the day, you don't walk out, Kenny, before 10 minutes before the end of the game. You know, you stay. Go on, mate.
We use it short. I study in, and you know, perversely, I clap them off, because I think, you know what, you know, it's just something I've done for a long time. You know, I've been to some, like, where we've had some absolute caners. I think, you know what, no problem, off you go, and then take it from there. Don't get me wrong, I'll batter them. I'll batter the manager, but I'll still clap them off, because I was thinking, all right, you made an effort, but you still have to say, look, you played badly, you know. And I think that situation, look, each their own. Each their own. Not everyone's built the same way. I've got some mates. I didn't agree with what they'd done, and I couldn't empathise what they'd done, but it was their right to do it. I was at the Tottenham Hotspur game 2 seasons ago, when the third song scored, made it 3-0 in the 47th minute. I looked around, because I looked around and I just saw empty space around me. People said, "Ken, I'll see you the next home game." They walked out. Can't slag them off, but I wouldn't do that. But I understand their anger and frustration, and that's probably one of the reasons why I'd probably go on my own, because I think you've probably been with people, and Matt, you've been, and Yeti, you've been with people, not so much at football events, but at events where it's not going well. You're on their time. They all want to leave early because the team's playing shit. You've got to go with them, but you may not want to go.
Yeah,
like finally, you may want to see your team get losers medals, but you because you're with other people, you walk out. That's the thing, and that's the thing. And that's probably one of the reasons why I like to go meet people up, but I like to make my own way there. And sometimes back. And I'll be more than happy if people stay with me. The majority of them do, but each to their own. But, you know, I don't want to. I'm not that kind of fan where, you know, that's probably why I've probably lost touch with a few fans I used to go with and people I grew up with, because I don't think they feel the same about the club as I do. It doesn't mean that they're bigger fans. I'm bigger fans of them. It's just that we just got different habits when it goes to matches. I don't like fans to leave early, but if you want to do it, you do. I won't bring my daughters to a match for a start, because one, they don't like football, but they may want to leave early because they're bored. That would annoy me, so don't come. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. I mean, I've only ever once been in the situation where at an away game, one of the guys we were with wanted to go, and we just said, well, if you want to go, go. You know, you've come with us, but if you want to go, go. We're not going. You know, it was actually we were at Bolton Wanderers, right? And it was the game where Arsenal started showboating, 2-0 up. We lost the game. You know, and he wanted to go, and I said, no, he ain't going to go. Up to you, man. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up, people. Thank you, Yeti, Kenny, Matty, for coming on. Great topics there today. You all came up with some great facts, and we diversified a little bit. But that's what I love, because the channel goes down another road and avenues, and that's what it's all about. Thank you, chat.
We did diversify. What we said was relevant when you talked about Red Army.
No. What I meant was,
I think what it is that those people, it is linked, because there are people who are on that channel who do believe the FA Cup means nothing. They see it as a dead competition. For instance, if Spurs win the FA Cup, it's a dead competition. I saw people slagging Lee off because he said he was saying, look at Chelsea, they're in another cup final. They say the League Cup's a dead competition. I mean, the nerve of some of them, because I know if Arsenal are there, they'll be trying to get tickets. But it's funny that competitions we don't win, they're dead competitions. We can't win the FA Cup of Toffee. It's a dead competition. But when we start winning it, best competition in the world. Ironic.
Absolutely. Grew up with it, loved it. Privileged to be quite a few finals in my lifetime. Will we get to another one? I'd certainly hope so. I'll be devastated.
It's a trophy, man. It's a trophy. It's a win. Of course you want it.
Of course. Absolutely. We all want it. I mean, Nottingham Forest, you'd like it. I think you've only ever won one. Is it in your history?
2, I think we've won.
Is it 2? Fair enough.
Yeah. We won most of the other ones, loads of the other ones, but
God, you can't resist it, can you?
I didn't say anything about Europe. I said about like the semi.
League Cup. They have a good pedigree in the League
we
Cup.
didn't win in Europe. I mean, that is a fact, but twice.
Remember the 70s and 90s, they used to win it under Brian Clough, innit? Even after Peter Taylor, if they won, they got in League Cup finals.
Yeah, there's phenomenal.
Both deserve respect as well, Taylor and
League Cup. That's a fact. When I was doing a watch along with you, and I was going like I said to you, how many League Cups you won? It's all up. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Chat, thank you for coming in, supporting. As I said, if you're new, please give us a sub, smash the likes up, and thank you for all the lovely people that came and supported me last night on Dan Potts. That was a great show. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Maybe one day I'll be back on there again. Maybe I'll be on there with Kenny. That'd be great fun. We're going to do the outro, people, and we're going to get out of here. And take care. Thanks for watching.
Matty.
See you later.
Oh.